Hey guys, good day, Chris here, welcome back to the channel. And today I wanted to film this video outside. Unfortunately, my back is destroyed, my sciatic just kicked in. It's a reminder not to carry a 75-inch TV by yourself. But nonetheless, today we're gonna do this video in the studio, and I think it's a bit better because what we're gonna talk today is the difference between IBIS and non-IBIS. This is the Fujifilm X-T3, this is the Fujifilm X-S10 that I just got, and I'm gonna prove to you what exactly IBIS means and how it performs in low light and how low you can get with the shutter speed. I'll take a series of photos of actually a subject that I lit with just a candle. The only light in this room is the main light that gives light to my face in this video. Behind it, behind this light, it's the camera, and aside from it, it's actually a beautiful watch that we have from Paris, and that is what I lit with the candle, and that's what we're gonna shoot today. So let's not waste time and go ahead and shoot and see how everything works. I'm gonna shoot with the X-T3 with the 23mm f1.4 at f2.8, and with the X-S10 with the 16 to 55 f2.8 at 2.8 and at 23mm, so everything it's gonna be fair and square. We're gonna try to shoot at a perfect exposure. That means as higher ISO as we need to. So let's start to do the test and see how it works. Now we're gonna shoot with the X-T3, same thing, 1/10 of a second, 1600 and f2.8 with a 23mm f1.4. It's a sharper lens in my opinion, but that shouldn't matter. Yeah, it's useless to go down, but I'm gonna set it up to ISO 800 and 1/5 of a second. See how this performs. 1/5. Trying to be as still and as sturdy as possible. That's it. I'm going to show you on the computer right now how these actually look, because on the back of the camera it can be deceiving. But nonetheless, keep in mind that if you're shooting events or street photography, if you're shooting low light a lot, if you're shooting portraits in different conditions, the X-S10 can perform better than the X-T3 in terms of low light, because it has the IBIS, which creates that stabilization in the sensor and gives you a little bit lower shutter speed and probably 3.5-4 stops of low light capabilities, you know, on top of the X-T3. So let's get to the computer and see how it looks. Okay guys, so these are the 6 photos that I shot previously. The first 3 are with the X-S10, the last 3 with the X-T3. You can tell it's a difference in white balance, but that's not very important right now because this is not what we're trying to see. So let's compare the photos. This one, it's the X-S10 at 1/10 of a second, ISO 1600 and 200 zoom in. You can tell how sharp this photo is. If we compare it to the X-T3, same 1/10 of a second at ISO 1600, it looks bad. It's a lot of movement, and you can barely see the text, even in the titles right here. But let's compare them side by side. So this is how they look side by side. This is the X-S10 on the right and the X-T3 on the left. The X-S10 looks amazingly sharp at 1/10 of a second. The X-T3 looks bad. It's blurry and totally unusable. Now let's get to 1/5 of a second, and I'm gonna choose the 1/5 of a second photos. So we have the XS10 on the left. That to me looks very sharp, not amazingly sharp, but the next one is going to be sharper because I probably stabilized my hands better. Like I said, I have a back problem and I'm kind of shaky a little bit. But if you look at the X-T3 on the right, it's definitely unusable. You can't make up of whatever it's in this photo, maybe just a little bit of a number stuff and the thing that it's a watch, but you can tell what it says. The text is unreadable. When the XS10, it's beautiful. And if I'm looking for a better comparison, even better comparison, you can tell right here, this is XS10 versus XS10. The one on the left is the last photo right here, when I try to hold my shaky hands a bit better. The back pain gives me all kinds of crazy stuff. And on the right, it's the other one, the one that we just saw. And you can tell that even this one is sharper, but right here, that's a very sharp photo. So steady hands and less coffee will bring definitely sharper photos, even at 1/5 of a second. When with the X-T3, we're definitely not there. We can't do much. These are, like I said, unusable photos, maybe if you want to do art or stuff like that. But other than that, they're totally... Okay guys, this is pretty much it for today. Hopefully this video was helpful if you were deciding to get a camera that has an image stabilization in the sensor and in body image stabilization, or just using the lenses with image stabilization. Also, we're gonna have more about the XS10, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel because full review is coming soon. I'm not sure if this year or maybe next, because I wanna get used to the camera and shoot more and more. Give this video a thumbs up, it's super important for me and for the video, for the algorithm, and I will definitely see you in a bit.